Can you revive a dead email list and still make money in the process without being spammy, without burning the list any further, and without losing a bunch of contacts due to unsubscribes? The answer is absolutely. It all depends on your offer, but the short answer is yeah, you definitely can. You can definitely re-engage old subscribers and then turn them back into regular subscribers. And you can make a few cheeky sales along the way too. So in this video, I'm gonna be breaking down a reactivation campaign that woke up about 600 contacts from a 2,400 contact list, and we made about $10,000 along the way as well. Pretty cool, huh? So you're probably wondering, how did we do it? How did we go from a list that had barely any pulse to people clicking on the email, buying the stuff, booking calls, all those good things, and then re-engaging them back into subscribers? Well, that's what you're gonna learn in today's video. I'm gonna break down the campaign step by step so you know exactly what to do from the first line all the way to the call to action. Plus, I'll even show you the Google Doc, which served as the lead magnet, the value piece, which also acted as kind of like the sales letter in disguise, which got us our nice little $10,000 sale along the way too. If you're selling high ticket or any sort of coaching package, this is the perfect video to reactivate your list. Hey, if you haven't heard of me, my name is Jules Dan. I'm a freelance copywriter and an email list manager as well. And on this channel, we talk about how to get more customers, how to make more per customer, and how to keep them coming back with the power of the pen. And of course, reactivation campaigns are one of those things you can use with the power of the pen. They're super powerful. If you haven't heard of reactivation campaigns, you're in for a treat because they bloody work super well. But tell you what we're not gonna do. We're not gonna send that boring 7-word email, hey, are you still interested in fill in the blank? That's honestly a last resort thing. I've got something cooking up for you that's really exciting, so make sure you stick around. But before we do, let's sort of get into why would you want to reactivate a list anyway? The first time I tried out a reactivation campaign was actually with an old client. I pulled out a Canva template, I hand wrote out a little pitch, and basically I just said, Sarah, I missed you, I want you back, here's a coupon to come do some business with me again. And would you know, she actually got back to me and wanted to do repeat business. This absolutely blew my mind, and that was the first taste that I knew that reactivations worked and I could get a lot better at them as well. And yeah, if you're wondering if I actually sent a letter with a stamp and envelope, that's exactly what I did, and it worked incredibly well. We can talk about that in a different video. But today's video is all about how to use email. Now, the reason why I told you that little mini story is because reactivation campaigns only work on the foundation of principles. And one of those foundational principles is an awesome gift, because what we're trying to do is we're trying to create reciprocity. Reciprocity meaning if I give something to you, you're inclined to want to give something back to me. And that's the backbone of what we're going to be covering in today's reactivation campaign. It's very value packed, reciprocity driven, and hopefully can get you some sales along the way. And if not, that's totally cool too. And if not, that's totally cool too. And if not, that's totally cool as well. Like, who doesn't like a few extra 100 subscribers back onto their list without having to pay for anything? So to make this a killer reactivation campaign, there's a few things we need to really consider here. One, people haven't heard from you for a while, so don't expect open rates to be really good. In fact, I would expect them to be between 10 and at the best 20%. But there's a few things we can do to boost those open rates, so you have to stick around and see what those are, including a secret subject line. The second thing is pretty obvious. Because they haven't heard from you, they don't really trust what you're saying. So you have to explain why you're reaching out and all the benefits of why it really matters to them. And this requires a bit of copy finesse, and I'm going to show you exactly how I've done it with this client as well. So to give credit where credit is due, I've taken lots of different ideas from my copy mentor, Pete Godfrey. I've taken a reactivation campaign idea from Troy Erickson from Email Paramedic, and then I sort of combined it all with just what I thought was good. So let's quickly dive into my computer to look at all the persuasion elements in the first initial email. So you'll see what I'm doing from open all the way to PS to get people to click on this magical Google Doc, which is where we're going to help deliver value and subtly pre-sell people onto, say, getting on a book call. Like, if you found some value along the way, who else is giving this sort of stuff away on YouTube? I don't really know. So if you are finding some value here, give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. It really helps the algorithm. Way better than subscribe. And something else that might actually really help, if you're finding this really valuable, make sure you tell a friend who would also find a lot of value from this. Share them the link, show them video, whatever. But, as you know, word of mouth, pretty damn powerful. Okay, note to self, unmute microphone when screen recording. Let's do this a second time now. It's going to be even better. So right now you're looking at my very super secret YouTube script. So I'm going to explain the reactivation email with 6 simple steps. Now, a bit of context, when we're emailing someone, they haven't had an email from us for a while. It's been 1, 2 to maybe 2 years, 2 months to 2 years. They haven't seen us. Essentially, we're like that awkward person in the corner, where they're like, "Oh, hey, how's it going? Maybe you don't remember me, but we met this one time, and blah 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 blah. Hey, I remember you're really interested in this, so I hope you don't mind, but I went ahead and put this really cool thing together. Yeah, here you go. Hopefully," and in the background, you're like, "Please remember who I am." That's essentially what we're doing. And obviously there's a lot more strategy to it, because we don't have to have that awkward body language and stuff. We can use our words, and that's the advantage we have with copy. So I'm going to show you how we're going to go deep inside this reactivation campaign. I got permission from my client to share this. So let's get into it. Now, first thing we're going to do is we're going to explain who you are, why you're reaching out, and we're going to lead with a hook and an open loop, just like a sales letter. So let's go. The subject line is remember me. So Troy Erickson helped me come up with this. So thanks a lot, Troy. Give him credit. Hey, first name, John Chintana Road here. Remember me. I've sent you some emails in the past on how to start your own profitable recruiting business. So why am I writing to you today? Okay. The reason why. So reaching out, who we are, and this is also links into the subject line. Why am I writing to you today? Reaching out. Well, if you're still curious about jumping ship and starting a recruiting business on stealth mode, I think you find this email very helpful. So this is how we got the contact details. We're letting them know why we're reaching out today. Here's the reason why. And then we're sort of foreshadowing what's going to be coming. We want to flaunt some social proof without being a braggart, and inject some curiosity into it, and explain that his students had a secret and he knows what it is. So here's how we do that. I was curious why most of our students inside the recruiting accelerator are landing $20,000 placements sometimes within weeks of joining. It's not something most beginners easily achieve on their own. So I'm sort of saying, if you were to do this on your own, it's no easy accomplishment, but it's very regular with his students. So you kind of see how I'm doing there. Don't have to explain that, do I? I realized their secret was selecting the correct, most profitable recruiting niche. I know, nothing revolutionary. So a bit of humor, and it's also sort of just setting the scene that it's answering the question, so what's their secret? Their secret success is the most profitable recruiting niche. I know, nothing revolutionary. However, and then you bring up all the benefits to back up why. It's basic, but this is the foundation, basically. Picking the right niche is the smartest way to never run into conflict of interest battles with your boss while you build your thing on the side. That is the most important objection. So if you're writing this, the most important objection sales stopper is going to go first, and this is what these guys had. The third most, and I haven't said that incorrectly, the third most important goes second, because what gets remembered comes first and last. So that's why I work with clients it's easy to partner with. It's it's important, but it's not really important. And then the last part is earn generous placement fees for direct hires. Now I use the language generous because it's so much better than eye-opening, breathtaking, groundbreaking, all these hyper exaggerated internet marketing sort of words. Stay away from that. I love using generous. It's a sophisticated way of saying a lot. Then the next part, what have we got here? Explain your students, okay, tell them what the secret is. We've done that, and give it to them inside of a freebie. Google does a good job of displaying the email contains a Google Doc and makes it look way more trustworthy. So make sure to include that. Let me explain this. So I put together a free checklist of the 3 most profitable niches to get into when starting your own recruiting business. Yes, I am recording. Thank God. Okay. And then there's a link here. So we're answering the most burning question, the 3 top most profitable niches. We've built up all this desire here. A profitable recruiting business all starts with a profitable niche. So I thought it'd be a great little gift. No strings attached inside. It's yours free to swipe inside of a Google Doc.
Now, I said this and I've included this because when Gmail delivers an email with a Google Doc, actually has that little symbol that says there's a Google Doc, which makes it way more powerful, way more trustworthy when we've got that. It just looks like you're sending it to a colleague or a friend, right? And be sure to look out for my upcoming emails this week. I've got something special for you. Talk soon. Okay. This client paid a lot of money, so unless you want to pay me a lot of money, then I have to keep his email secret, the second part too. But I think you can work out what happens in this next part. Cool. All right. This is the first part of the reactivation campaign. Now I'm going to go back into the video, explain a little bit about the next part, which is the freebie, the lead magnet, and then we're going to jump back in. I'm going to show you the exact what I've done inside of the Google Doc, even though this is a Google Doc. But you know what I mean. The freebie that we're giving away, the 3 most top first profitable recruiting niches. I'll show you what I did and then how you can do it too for your industry, your market, your niche.
All right, so let's get to the part you've probably been waiting for. This is the lead magnet that's going to land you some sales. So for a bit of context here, my client was selling a $10,000 offer. All we needed was just one sale for this to be a screaming winner. Okay, so we only got about, I think, 5 or 6 calls. One of them turned into a sale, which is why this is super effective. So if you're selling a low ticket offer, this might not work so well. If you're selling something a bit more high ticket, the numbers are in your favor and you might make some money out of this. But keep your expectations real, nothing might happen. But the good news is I'm going to show you everything you can do possible to maximize your chances of keeping this very conversational, very light, including some reciprocity and hopefully landing some sales along the way too. And you're going to see as well that I'm the complete opposite of that bro marketer, affiliate marketer, really hypey energy. This all comes down to being super conversational with your copy. Now, before we dive in, I know what you might be thinking. Jules, I don't have the time for this. Every time I've created a lead magnet, it's taken me about 4 or 5 weeks to create. It just is such a headache. Now, I can totally resonate with you. Every time I've tried to create a lead magnet, you got a designer, you try to create it, it's a headache to put it together. So to make you feel a bit better about doing this process, I remember it was about 4:30, I needed to get this done the next day. And what happened was that I was tired, I didn't have a lot of energy, and I'm like, let's just get the bare minimum done. And within an hour and a half, I whipped this up. The next day, it made the sale, got a bunch of opens. So there's some good news. You don't need to put a bunch of time and effort into this. You just need the right building blocks. So the building blocks you need for this are an intriguing headline, a lead paragraph that builds desire. You're gonna need to then deliver on the content and back it up with social proof. And the final piece is a call to action that is conversational, very easygoing. And then you also give people a way out if they don't wanna book a call. Pretty simple. So let's dive into my computer. I'm gonna break down this Google Doc from head to toe so you can see exactly what's going on. Everything from the headline down to the call to action. I've made it very simple for you to follow along and create this for yourself.
So here we go. This is the Google Doc, which is basically a lead magnet and a sales letter in disguise, a very soft sales letter. Now, if you've never written a sales letter, I have taken just all the best elements and put it into here, made it very conversational, very easygoing, and it's not salesy at all. Now, a bit of context, is 4:30. I was very tired. I had to get this out, and my mentor would absolutely slap me over the head because I spent about 2 minutes writing this headline, and you should spend the most time writing the headline. But as a safe bet, I've gotten this written down. I've combined the headline. Now, if you're wondering what goes in the headline, it's curiosity plus a benefit plus something timely plus urgency. That's something very reliable you can get away with. Because I know you might be wondering, like, this is just going to take me so long to create. This, like, lead magnets are notoriously long for stretching out. I spent an hour and a half creating this Google Doc. I probably could have got done way quicker, but yeah, it doesn't take long at all. So curiosity, a benefit, something timely, and some urgency. And, as you can see, I was very thorough with my thinking. All right, now the lead. This document is broken up into 3 parts. If you can think into 3 parts, you've got the lead, which is your pre-frame. Then you've got the social proof / content. Then you've got the call to action at the end. As you can see, there is barely anything on this page. There's nothing, but it created $10,000. You don't need to put you do need to put a lot of thinking into it, but you don't need to put a lot of time into it. That's the cool part. All right. The lead, this is the probably most important part. Now, again, I didn't put the most time into this. It's just I've had a lot of reps writing leads for clients. It's just become second nature. Could have been better, absolutely. But here's the thing: you want to create excitement without being this bro marketer, affiliate marketer, and making bold, sweeping claims. You just want to subtly plant the seed in their head, and then they do all the imagination, all the thinking for themselves. Let them get to their own discovery of, oh, this is how you do it. So I'll show you quickly how I did that. Inside, you'll find some of the most profitable recruit niches today. These industries are growing rapidly, and every day companies are scrambling to hire to hire talent in these top niches, and they don't mind paying recruiters a premium for candidates. Now, I haven't said any bold, sweeping claims, but I've just implied there's urgency. People are wanting to hire these people, and they don't mind paying a premium. So if you've ever thought of starting a recruiting business, this is the perfect place to start. I'm letting them know you're in the right place. Keep reading if you want to make lots of money. Because here's the thing, the one thing I found with my students over the last 3 years inside the Recruiting Accelerator, the people with the best financial results inside the program, they weren't the best salespeople, so these are going to be objections. So you can template this easily. I found with my students over the last 3 years inside of your program, people with the best results, and then 3 things that people think they need in order to get those results. I said they weren't the best salespeople, they weren't the most experienced or the most business savvy, but they did have the one thing. And this one thing, I want them to think like, I need this thing in order to be successful. So then that sets up the call to action very, very nicely, because it builds that desire. Like, in order to get this thing, I know that John has the solution. Does that make sense? That's the psychology behind it. Okay, however, they had one thing, and what is that one thing? They all picked a profitable niche to begin with, because think about it. So now that I've built up some emotional desire, I then break into some basic logic stuff using numbers. If your candidate's average salary is $150K and you only need to land one direct hire with an average placement commission of 20%, you're looking at a $30,000 placement for just one. On the flip side, if you pick a niche where the average salary is $75K, same work, same hustle for half as much. Can you see why picking the right niche is a foundation for profitable recruiting business? So basically, I've led with desire. I led why profitable recruiting niches are so damn important. I'm getting them super excited. I've solidified it with logic. Okay, like, give me the goods. Give me the content. Now this next part, I got this written down because I actually wrote an intelligent formula here. Yeah. You want to start off with a credible organization. So all I've just done here is 3 profitable recruiting niches. Now, I said what the niche was. I backed it up with a credible source, and then I told them the content. Technically, I have answered their question. It's engineering, and I've backed it up. Now, like any good marketer, you want to back up every single claim with proof. One niche that Kyle serves with his company is engineering. Here's Kyle getting his first check in the mail. I couldn't think of a better first piece of proof than this dude holding a freaking check. Because how often do you get a check? It's just, you don't, okay? It's something tangible. People think it's more real than some Stripe screenshot. A check is real money. You can actually hold it. So I don't know how you can incorporate this in your marketing, but if you can make it as tangible as possible in that first piece of proof, wow, okay. Then I've got like the screenshots from the Facebook groups, and then I've got some LinkedIn posts. I've got like different kinds of media. And as you can see, same thing. I'm giving them the content, credible organization, what they can expect, and Gemma are like highlighting the proof here. Same sort of thing, highlighting the proof. And see the formula is the same here. Plus, here's a popular bonus profitable recruiting niche, which can be very profitable when targeted correctly. I just included this here because my client said this is also a good one, but I couldn't find any proof to back it up. So I just thought, you You just give them a bit of free content. Now, this is where we transition into the call to action. I need to stress this is the most conversational part of the whole thing. Hopefully, I've sparked some ideas for you to start thinking about what niche might be the right fit for you. Obviously, this is where we need to bring up an objection. Obviously, not everyone has prior experience in these niches. That's okay. One of the things I do with all my new students as either recruiting accelerator is that we pinpoint where your passions and strengths align, and we collaboratively pick the perfect profitable niche for you to focus on. So I'm building desires. Like, if you don't have experience, I can help you with that. If you like more information about that, simply click the link here. That's it. If you would like more information, click here. Super low key. If you're not ready, no worries. I've got some great content, free content planned for the next few weeks. So that's foreshadowing the rest of the reactivation campaign. I think we got about 6 or 7 people actually clicked the link, a couple booked a call, and 1 actually closed. So do this correctly. You can hopefully make more money than I did with this client. As you can see, let's just recap. We're using a basic headline. The lead needs to gives them excitement, curiosity, but not over the top with bold statements. You want to use emotion to get them hooked, followed by logic to solidify why they should be paying attention. Then you want to give them a stat. You want to give them the content, ideally some credible organization to back up your claim. Then you want to use a student win. And the more different kinds of media you have, the better. So I've got like a photo, I've got a Facebook shot, I've got a LinkedIn post, heaps of different things. And yeah, so this is the secret Google Doc, reactivation Google Doc. I've done it, I've given it to you. And yeah, let's get back into the rest of the video.
As you can see, we're being very conversational, non-manipulative. We're just being human, answering a question, and then offering a solution if people are interested. And hey, as a bonus, we've reactivated 600 plus people in the process. So if you like today's video, make sure you hit the thumbs up. That's an obvious one. What happens if you want to take things a step further? You should check out my video over here where I break down the 5 email marketing cash cow templates. It's really, really helpful the next time you want to come up with an idea to make more money with email marketing without being pushy, without being over salesy. This is how you build a strong relationship with the list. They keep coming back to you, all that good stuff. If you want to go check that out, go check the video over here.